Good evening. Wednesday, day 13, lockdown. 13 unlucky for some, not least you poor people having to watch this shite. Well, you don't have to watch it, and I'm sure probably most of you don't, but keeps me sane or sort of hanging in there anyway. So this morning, got up, got a letter, personal letter from Boris. 10 Downing Street. Not sure if you had one yourselves, I'm sure you probably have, but this was personalised. Look, so you put the bottom there. There you go. He knows me, that's definitely from him. Also got a leaflet. All we need to know about isolation and stuff. Good information in there and lots of it, but I noticed at the back, little sort of flow chart there, look. Little faces on there, and it's all sort of down there, so you got, she's not bothered, no, a bit happier there. Oh, you don't look very happy, look down the bottom. Dead. So that's it, he's not doing well. So listen, quick shout out to Her Majesty. I haven't mentioned her since the speech the other day. Was it Monday maybe? Sunday? So well done for that. Good rallying call for the lockdown troops out there. Of course the NHS and all that sort of stuff. I'd also like to say a big shout out to Madge for the job she's doing with Prince Philip. Sort of making him look like he's still alive. Some of the people of a certain age may remember a film called Weekend at Bernie's. If you haven't, look it up. So I went shopping today. It was a strange experience. The first time at Morrison's in Todmorden. So the usual queue to get in, 2 metre distance, all that sort of stuff. Met by a young power mad worker who was inviting us all in, one by one, of course. My turn came. He explained that had to go in on his say so, follow the arrows all the way along. Every aisle had to be gone down, whether they like it or not. If you want anything from the cereal aisle or not, you have to go down it. So you follow the arrows. At the end of each aisle, there were fellow power mad patrollers, Gestapo-like patrollers, making sure you didn't veer off track. So down we went. We weren't allowed to overtake. So I'm under pressure, in case you know my missus, to make sure everything I buy has the longest possible sell-by date. So it's like reaching to the back of the shelf and sift through all the stuff. So it's like, you know, the day is vital when something like a tin of beans has got like 4 years on it, but that day could mean a lot. So I've got to root for the back of all this. And on this invisible conveyor belt, because people behind me are kind of growling and sort of think, we want to get past you, but we can't. So get a move on, you know. So I was getting sort of stressed, and I ended up on this sort of conveyor belt and just round the store. I missed half the stuff I should have got. So I got home and got quite a big bollocking for not getting the organic honey, to name but one. Orange juice for Lewis. Sorry, mate. But anyway, good news is I got 4 for £6 ales, crate of Budweiser and a couple of bottles of red wine. So all was not lost. Quite a good trip. I'll finish off now, thankfully for you guys, with a little poem that I've done. Some people were asking me. I asked for requests on one of these nights, I think, and somebody was suggesting problems we're having being locked down, whether it's, you know, drinking and that sort of stuff or whatever. So we've got some lockdown problems. I'm just going to give you some examples. Okay, being stuck on lockdown is okay in theory. But excuse me, Mr. Government, I have a little query. A bit of a question that we all need to know. When looking after ourselves, how far can we go? What's the rules around drinking, and what time can we start? And when mixing our drinks, well, what is the art? Do we have Prosecco at 3, beer at 4:30, followed by red wine at 6, and 8 p.m. sharp is the time for one more? Maybe cocktails and mixing if we're feeling a bit frisky. And to cap it all, maybe a nightcap, perhaps a whiskey. It's a real British problem for which we are synonymous. And at the end of this lockdown, a trip to Alcoholics Anonymous. And what about personal grooming and the trimming of facial hair? And DIY haircuts and manicures? Do one or do both? I've seen shaven heads causing much stress and strife. I've even seen fringes cut with just a bread knife. Dad's out with the clippers, thinking, hey, this is fun. Then gives a prison camp haircut to his fashion conscious son. And then it's the DIY decorators doing painting galore. And all the wallpaper offcuts, put that piece over the door. Ladders falling over, paint all over the place. Kids joining the party, getting Dulux one coat on their face. Jet washing, sanding, gardening and repairing. Please end this lockdown. The nation's despairing. Beauticians, joiners, decorators and barbers. Please come and rid us of the ambitions we harbour. Let's look forward to freedom and a return to normality and make these tradespeople's jobs just a normal formality. Cheers guys. Happy Wednesday.